This whole thing started about 4 years ago. My wife and I found an ad for a utility trailer that was for sale. It was further away than we would have liked, but it had a tilt bed and it was priced right, so we decided to go take a look at it. We found the place easy enough, and while we were there looking at the trailer and talking with the owner, he mentioned that he had other items up for sale. Now, this was shortly after we had bought our property, and we needed a lot of stuff, so I asked him to show us what he had. Well, after a couple of hours, we had pretty much filled the trailer with everything from electrical wiring to garden hoses to concrete block, even a table saw. We came to a package price that we both felt good about, and I backed the truck in to get hooked up. Now, the whole day had been going pretty smooth up to that point, but that was about to change real fast. When I tried to put the ball mount into the receiver tube, it slid in about halfway and stopped. I hadn't used the hitch for some time, and the inside of the tube had rusted up. I carry a tool bag with the basics in it, so we went to work on it, but after about an hour, we really hadn't made much progress. The tube is deep, and the problem area was out of reach with the tools we had. So we went through our choices as we sat there with a loaded trailer cussing at that hitch. We didn't want to give up the deal, and we didn't want to make a return trip, so that left driving the post in with a hammer and then dealing with the mess later. Over the past few years, I've worked on it several times, but I've had no luck. I don't have a torch, and I really didn't want to put heat in that area anyway. So basically, I've been spraying lubricant and rust cutters in there, and then pulling while hammering the mount. I went through a lot of spray cans, and at times pulled hard enough to drag the truck backwards, but that mount never budged. Well, earlier this week I needed to do some service to the truck, so I started working that hitch again. Now, the best rust cutting agent I found so far is a homemade brew. Uses a 50-50 mix of acetone and ATF. So each morning I sprayed the receiver with that and then let it soak. And when I was ready to quit for the day, I worked at it with a club hammer. By the end of the third day, I could see a very small movement side to side, but really I was no further at getting it out. Now, I had thought about trying a slide hammer before, but I didn't own one, and I didn't really want to go buy one, because really, I didn't think it would work anyway. But I was running out of ideas, and I already had everything I needed to make one here at the cabin, so I figured, hey, if I can make one and it doesn't work, I'm not really out anything. But it worked pretty well, except for that last hit when it finally popped and I almost fell on my ass.